Are you tired of the same old day-to-day routine? Do you feel like you're stuck in a rut? Have you ever felt that there's more to life and you may not be reaching your full potential? Are you afraid of taking that next step? You may benefit from building an entrepreneurial mindset. The entrepreneurial mindset is a way of thinking that allows you to quickly sense, act, and get organized in order to take advantage of the opportunities in front of you. Hi there. My name is Nathan Laughlin with the Center of Entrepreneurial Encouragement, where we try to educate and encourage individuals of all ages to build entrepreneurial skills that can help them better their lives and the lives of people around them. In today's video, I'm going to share some tips and aspects of this idea that will be helpful while building an entrepreneurial mindset. First, I'm going to talk about some misconceptions associated with entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is important to have in every business and not just startups. Startups do need to think entrepreneurially if they want their business to get off the ground. And larger companies hire entrepreneurs to help their business continue to innovate. Companies that remain stagnant tend to fall behind and risk losing their company. An example of a company that stayed stagnant and failed is BlackBerry. They failed to follow the trend of how smartphones were changing, and their business lost its market to Apple. Entrepreneurs take calculated risks and not extreme risks. Successful entrepreneurs will take small risks that they can learn from and use those lessons to take action in the future. They'll think about a risk a lot before making it and think about the steps that they need to take afterward in order to prevent loss greater than what they're willing to deal with. Risk is not only important for business success, but it's also important for personal growth. Entrepreneurship is about collaboration and competition. Entrepreneurs will often utilize their network in order to get their business off the ground. This can be asking for funding, advice, ideas, and many other things. Competition is what motivates many entrepreneurs to innovate and keep working, but it's not required that an entrepreneur must be good at competing. Lastly, entrepreneurship is a life skill and not just a business skill. Learning how to utilize the entrepreneurial mindset can help with dealing with difficult situations and pivoting so that you can move on. It teaches you that failure is something that you learn from and not something that you need to fear. Now, let's transition into discussing some things that can help you build that mindset and some things that are important to being an entrepreneur. The first thing is changing your routines in order to be more conscious of the effects of your actions. This can be something simple, like changing your route to work, doing chores in a different order, or brushing your teeth in a different way. This will help you think about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and if there's a more effective way of doing what you're trying to accomplish. Humans are creatures of habit and often get stuck into cycles of the same actions. Doing things the same way every time may work, but it keeps you from changing and becoming more conscious about your actions. Successful entrepreneurs and many successful people in general have a growth mindset, which means that they're willing to try many different things even if they don't believe that they'll have immediate success. They approach failure as a learning experience that will help them improve in the future. Many people have what is called a fixed mindset, which means that they believe that their abilities are bound by what they think they're good at. They use this and the fear of failure as a roadblock to keep them from trying difficult things. Another important aspect of the entrepreneurial mindset is the ability to motivate yourself. You have to be your own leader to push yourself to take action. This is something that I really struggle with, and even today, I'm able to do my best work when somebody has instructed me to do something or I'm under a tight deadline. Goal setting is a very popular and effective self-motivation strategy, and especially effective when partnered with self-rewarding if the activity doesn't result in a reward by itself. If you have something to look forward to, you'll be encouraged to finish the task, and the goal setting creates a checklist of when work needs to get done. Entrepreneurs employ a tool called design thinking in order to help them come up with innovations. It focuses on where people's needs aren't being met and how to meet those needs in a way that is monetarily viable and possible. This strategy also relies on learning from failure, and so if you want to become an entrepreneur, failure is something that you must be okay with, if not already. The most important thing to keep in mind when using this tool is who you're building the product for. A resource that many entrepreneurs rely on heavily is their network. Your network are people that you consider business friends, and oftentimes people will go to their network for many different issues that they're having. Networks are most effective when you choose people that you have common values with. Coming up with new ideas is hard alone, and collaborating with some of their network is something that many entrepreneurs do to come up with or even just bounce ideas off of. Their feedback and input help move the gears forward because everybody brings different ideas to the table. Personally, my network is fairly small, but I trust everybody that I would consider in my network. Trust is a very important factor to having a good network because you want to have people that you can rely on. This is likely going to be somebody with a good reputation in their industry. They can also just be people you know that have a lot of knowledge in the topic you're interested in. Networks can be a source of expertise and not just a source of support for a business. For example, there are some professors that I know who I could reach out to if I ever get stuck because of my limited understanding of something. One way that you can build your network is by going to events for the industry that you're working in. This is something that intimidates me because I have a hard time talking to new people, but it's something that I have a mental roadblock with that I need to start chipping away at. Luckily, the industry I'm going into has a lot of industry events. This can be an opportunity to build the skill of talking to new people because if I'm standing at a booth talking to people about the company I'm working for, I will have something that I can talk about and it's probably of interest to them. Right now, I'm just starting my entrepreneurial journey, and there are many things that I need to practice and remind myself of as I grow as an entrepreneur. There will be many failures in my future, but they will be treated as lessons that will help me figure out how things can go wrong. While along the way, I will share the knowledge that I gather so that you guys can grow along with me. Thank you for your interest in the Center for Entrepreneurial Encouragement. My name is Nathan Laughlin, and I'll see you in the next video.